Disclaimer: the Rascals Lounge Podcast is provided solely for informational and entertainment purposes. Content discussing health, sports, esports, music, politics, finance law, celebrities, or any individual in any field is not professional advice or a substitute for consultation with qualified experts, for example, physicians, attorneys, or coaches. Listeners must consult licensed professionals before acting on any information. Opinions expressed by hosts, guests, or third parties are their own and do not reflect the views of the Rascals Lounge Podcast or its affiliates. We make no representations or warranties regarding the accuracy, completeness, or reliability of any content, and expressly disclaim liability for any direct, indirect, incidental, consequential, or punitive damages arising from its use. References to music, lyrics, or other copyrighted material are for commentary or critique only and do not imply ownership. The Rascals Lounge Podcast is not responsible for third-party statements or actions taken by listeners based on podcast content. By listening, you assume all risks and agree to this disclaimer. Always consult with a licensed attorney to ensure compliance with applicable laws.
Welcome to the Rascals Lounge Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rascals Lounge Podcast. Well, today we got a special guest. And folks, let me tell you, this guy is special, very special. Why? Because him and his team has won the ESports World Cup. Oh my freaking goodness. Let me tell you guys, I don't care too much about the invitationals or any other major, but the World Cup, to me, surpasses all those. Winning a World Cup has to be the most phenomenal special event to ever win. And guess what? I got the head coach, the manager of Team Secret, Mellow. Guys, let's introduce you to Mellow. What's up, Mellow?
Hello everyone. Twister or Marlon. You guys may know me for different names. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you very much, Jeff. Really excited to speak a little bit more about this dream that I'm dreaming right now, that I don't want anyone to wake me up.
I bet you do not want to be woken up, man. Oh my freaking goodness. I had a good buddy of mine, Jume. Jume I always looked up to. He was a streamer, and he was I think he still streams once in a blue moon.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up modding for his channel and all this and that. And I was like, wait 1 second, let me bring Jume onto the pod. This was last year. And Jume was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And I was like, okay, cool, and had him on. But never in a million years, I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't thought, or I would thought to win the World Cup. Like,
That's
wow,
crazy.
it is freaking wild.
We were aiming for that RSI for a long time. We've been through a lot of stuff with this group, with former players involved into a little bit of dramas, and all this stuff that goes across once you're dealing with public stuff and like competitive environment stuff. And I'm glad and thankful for God and for everyone that supported us, that we were able to finally get there, because having your name in the first ever CGX ESports World Cup, it's something that it's only you. No one else can have that.
Wow. Now, can you just give everybody a little bit about who you are, how you came in to be the manager and coach for Team Secret. Just a little bit of background so they could get familiar with you.
Sure. For me, my background is quite simple. I'm a gamer since I was 2. I'd love to play Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, and all those video games. My uncle was a guy that had those video games, so I went to my grandmother's house and used to play with him. And this gave me background. I never stopped loving video games. I never stopped loving interacting with them. But in 2015, I found out something really interesting. That was League of Legends competition here in Brazil with the Brazilian Championship, and I was impressed. Like, whoa! So this is like a career thing. People play video games competitively and win for that. Like they make money, and I started to look in a little bit more into that, and was exactly in the year that I don't know if you remember LG, the Brazilian team of CS:GO, that they started to dominate the whole scene, and it was very inspiring to see Brazilians dominate the world, into a sport and see like they representing the country. So I said, okay, that's my choice over there. I want to do this as well, and I'll make sure that I get it. And thankfully for that, I saved some money, bought a new PC, and at the moment that I got my new PC, Siege was launched, and I said, "Oh, let's try." Me and my cousin, and since then, I never stopped playing the game. It was passion.
I want to take a quick moment and talk to you about Gamer Advantage. Whether you're gaming, working, or just browsing, with Gamer Advantage blue light blocking eyewear, they are expertly crafted for gamers or for anyone that's in front of a screen for long hours. Featuring Resme lens technology, these glasses are engineered to minimize digital eye strain and shield your eyes from the detrimental effects of blue light. Doctor recommended, potentially boost focus and significantly enhance sleep quality, ensuring you stay at the top of your game. Visit gameradvantage.com for more information and use promo code RASCALS at checkout to get 10% off your purchase. I do earn a commission when you use the promo code, which helps sustain and grow the podcast. Once again, visit gameradvantage.com for more information and use promo code RASCALS at I fully understand that. That's got to be like super wild. I mean, starting off with Nintendo and then working your way up, and then you getting into R6. I mean, it's amazing. I started off with Call of Duty and Halo and Battlefield, and then I jumped into Rainbow Six Siege. And it was because of my stepson. He was like, "Oh, Rainbow Six Siege is better. Trust me, you're gonna like it." When I tried it out, I just got hooked. I've been hooked on it since 2015, 16. I mean, it's
It's very
very,
unique,
very
right?
addicting, very unique. And I said it here on the pod so many times. It's like a game of chess. You got to outplay that other guy. You got to trick him. You got to
Exactly.
figure out ways, like, okay, he's behind that wall. I know he's there.
That's the thing. I was never that much a skilled person. Once I was about to play, I always used to play support or a role that was more technical, more techy.
Mhm.
Because I felt like I could help more my team going into that side. So that was kind of the change as well that made me like so much Siege, because it felt to me like Siege have so much more depth of information, of strategy, of everything that you could do in the game compared to other games that were way more simple. And also something that helped me Siege with being unique, because I came from CS. I used to play some COD, some Battlefield as well. But all those games has had a problem that was the minimap. I was
Yeah.
horrible at mixing up playing and looking at the minimap at the same time. So in Siege, it felt I had no disadvantage, because no one had a minimap. So that way I could play better my game and not worrying about someone else having an advantage over me. So this is something that a little detail that stick to me as well about Siege and make it better than the other games for me.
Yeah. Well, me too. I mean, there was one person I had here back then. He was Team Sonics. Now he's with another different org, but it was Rex, and he said, "Yeah, he started off with other games as well. He played Halo and Call of Duty or etc." He was explaining, but he says something that it made a lot of sense. Those are run and shoot games, and
Yeah.
then it's true. You just running and shooting, running and shooting, running and shooting. Yes, there is some skills to be played into those games, but not as much as Rainbow. Rainbow, you gotta literally kind of like really use your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I know sometimes that somebody told me, "Hey, listen, destroy the hatch underneath you. To destroy that hatch, go underneath and go behind the map, and then kill him from behind." I was like, "Bro, that will work." He goes, "Yeah, do it, do it, do it," and I did it, and it worked.
The example that I like to use into Siege is that just feels like CS, Battlefield, and even Valorant are 2D games, and Siege is a 3D game.
Oh,
Like you
bingo!
need to think 3D to be
Yes,
able to succeed into Siege. Once other games, you can just think 2D and it's fine.
that makes perfect sense. I like that. I really do. I like that a
You need
lot.
to think about the drones. You need to think about your
Oh,
vert. You need to think about someone coming below you. You need to think about the operators that they bring, the operator that they don't bring. Like it's so much points more than okay. I need to run into that door. I need to use a flashbang, and I need to kill the guy once I first see him.
yeah.
Like I know that is not as simple as that, but once you look into CS or Valorant, you see a lot of similarities considering this.
Yeah, a lot of multitasking. A
Hmm.
lot. You gotta think about, okay, are they watching me? Are they using a drone? Are they, pinging me?
Yeah,
Like for me, I use Zero a lot now. So I put those cameras all over because I love to give intel.
that's
And you
it.
gotta look out for those type of gadgets as well,
You need
so
to.
oh my gosh, so it's crazy. It is really crazy how much stuff you go through while you're playing this game.
It's a lot, right?
Is a lot. Now, once you started playing, how was it that you got into Pro League? Do you got recruited or you got some friends of yours? And was Team Secret your first team, first org you jumped into?
No, my career started once I was 17, back there in 2017.
Mhm,
I first messaged a team called BRK, which was a Brazilian organization here, and I offered my job. I said to them, I'm still 17, so that means I cannot play. So my planning was get in there into that team, help them with the analysis, with the coaching side, get experience, and then once I made 18, I just go and go back to playing, and I go pro myself. But the thing is, once I was into this thing, I found out how good I could be into the coaching side. How much I liked that part of the game as well. As I already said, I was always support player. I was always someone that liked to be more helpful for other people and enable persons. And
mhm.
this helped me a lot because that season, my first season into Siege, was not even close to be a success. We got relegated, lost 2 games out of 2 games that we played, and that was it. But that opened me doors because there was another team after that went for the Pro League that did well into that season that was in need of a coach. And again, I messaged them, I asked for opportunity, and then I joined that team that was called Black Dragons. And later on, it turned into an IP, and then like started developing my story, going into other teams as well and everything.
Wow, at the age of 17.
Strong Coffee Company brings a revolution to your coffee experience with its premium instant blends designed for those who seek both convenience and health benefits. The Black Fair Trade instant coffee stands out, offering a robust and smooth flavor similar to a traditional cup of coffee, but enhanced with added benefits. Each serving is enriched with 15 grams of high quality protein, 5 grams of MCTs, and 250 milligrams of adaptogens, including ashwagandha and theanine. This ensures sustained energy, improved alertness, and a calming effect without jitters. The unique combination of ingredients promotes better sleep and mental clarity, making it an ideal choice for busy professionals. For those who prefer a creamier option, Strong Coffee Company's lattes combine the benefits of protein, collagen, and hyaluronic acid with organic Arabica coffee and healthy fats to fuel your mind and body for hours. Strong Coffee Company's commitment to quality is evident in their use of eco friendly practices. With quick delivery and exceptional taste, their coffee is a convenient option and a nutritious addition to your daily routine. Experience a healthier, more productive day with Strong Coffee Company. Visit strongcoffeecompany.com and use promo code RASCALS at checkout to get 20% off your purchase. I do earn a commission when you use promo code RASCALS, which helps sustain and grow the podcast. Once again, visit strongcoffeecompany.com and use promo code Rascals at checkout to get 20% off your purchase.
Okay, so I bet it was a lot for you because at 17 years old and entering the pro scene must have been a big shock for you. Now, at that time, were you living with your parents or were you like studying or something, or how was that?
Yeah, I was studying at the time. I was actually into, that kind of college that you live in. I don't know the English name for it, but basically I studied all day there, slept there, and then study again into the
Oh,
other
okay,
day.
you had your own dorm and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
exactly.
stayed. Okay.
And then I stayed there for like 2 years during my college times. And then on the third year that I was supposed to finish college, I decided to quit to focus only into Siege. I made this bet and said, "No, I don't. If I want to be pro, I cannot be here studying all the day, and I need to make this choice." And it was a very crazy choice for me. All my classmates saying, "Bro, you cannot do that. It's something that you don't know how it will go. It's better you to finish this year and everything." But it felt to me like I needed that opportunity into that moment, and I was that kind of person that kind of go and try to force the stuff that I want, and I fight for it. And this is what happened since back there. Then message the teams, try to force an opportunity for me, try to sell myself to some of the teams to see what it could go, and thanks to God, it worked, and that was the start of my journey there.
Wow. What was it you were studying, if you don't mind me asking?
No, it was like a regular college, but it was with some IT kind of course, So at
Oh,
the
okay. So,
morning, I studied like regular history, geography, stuff like that, and then at the afternoon, it was IT classes, how
oh,
to
okay.
program, how to fix computers, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Wow. That's wild. Yeah. Man. Well, you made a very good choice because now, I mean, you've been in the pro scene for quite some time, and now and being picked up by Team Secret. When was it you got into Team Secret, or were you still with the Brazilian team?
So basically, in the beginning of 2022, I was working at Furia, and after a major deception there, we were grouped into under very crazy circumstances. We were supposed to be playing in Charlotte, which was the Charlotte major, but we couldn't get visas to get there, so we were forced to play from Mexico with 200 ping, and it was horrible. Surely we couldn't go through groups, and then after that, like the team kind of had a breakover, and they decided to kick me out. I stayed around like 2 months, streaming, looking for other opportunities. I even joined the Mexican team to help them during this time, so I could get like a kind of extra money. And
Mm-hmm.
then by the end of that time that I was off, kind of just helping on the sideways the other team, I saw a tweet of a former secret manager saying that they were dropping their former coach and they were looking for a new one. So again, same thing I did in the beginning of my career. I went there, asked for a meeting so I could speak about myself a little bit and sell myself. And in the rest of that is all history. Oh,
I bet they loved the decision they made. They're
yeah.
so freaking happy. They're like, "This is the best decision we ever made."
Right now it's like the crowning of everything that we did into this scene. Again, as I said, a lot of bad moments, a lot of situations that we should have done better, but it's all learning. And right now they are very, very glad that we joined.
Yes. You know what? I mean, for me, my personal experience, and I don't know if you go through it, the team that let you go, it kind of it hurts. Being let go hurts.
Yeah.
Deep inside, I know it hurt.
That
But
Furia team was a very special team for me because I built up
yeah.
from the scratch as well. Same thing as Secret right now, and I was really willing into winning something with them. 3 out of the 5 players were players that started their careers with me. The other 2 players were players that I really loved, and it was something that came out of nowhere. It was
Hmm.
a surprise for me at the moment. We were doing good. We had like a bad tournament due to external reasons and everything, and I was fine. And then once we get that back to Brazil, I get this news, and it really breaks my heart, considering the people that were involved into the project.
Wow. And what I'm trying to go for is that, I mean, you kind of like look at them. It was your choice to let me go.
Yeah,
Look
indeed.
at me now.
I mean,
You know.
it's past waters. I
Yes.
don't hate anyone,
Yeah.
or I even speak too often. It's really just that, yeah, I was sad at the moment, and it's something
Yeah.
that it took me some time to digest.
To heal. Yeah. It hurts because once you enter an organization and you're there for quite some time, you build this love, this deep love for the team that you're with, and then you be let go, and you're like, start to think, okay, what is it that I did wrong? Did I did
Yeah,
something wrong? Was it the communication? Was it, I'm not picking up the right players with good chemistry? You start to think a lot of things, but then you're given this opportunity to go to another organization, and then that's when you just start going 100% and giving it all.
exactly.
Wow. That's wild. I'm sure that now your your team is really proud of you, and your family as well. Now, talking about mentioning family, how was your parents? Were they like totally on board about you like quitting IT and then
Eh,
going full on at the age of 17 going on, esports?
Interesting story about that. My parents didn't have like quite a problem with quitting the IT college.
Mhm.
They just wanted me to finish college normally, which I did in back there in my hometown, living in my own house with my PC, so I could practice Siege basically.
Okay.
But my father specifically, he had a really big problem with games, even games being majority part of my life. It wasn't a majority part of my father's life, and he's a person that is very religious, so he didn't like me to spend so much time into video games. So we had like this interesting story as well, another one that it hurt me a lot into the time, but took some time to heal, and today I'm fine with it. Which was once I joined this first team of the second team of Black Dragons. We made the Pro League finals in Sao Paulo, so we played in front of the home crowd. We won the Brazilian circuit, which gave us a spot to the Sixth Invitational that would be played in Canada in 2018. And the thing is, my birthday is on February 5th, and the tournament was about to start in February 3rd or something like that. But I was still 17. So I still needed my mother and father approve into me to get in a passport so I could travel. But it
Mhm.
was not even really like a approval that I needed, because I would be 18 anyways in the days that I was supposed to travel,
Mhm.
like 3 days before or something like that. But I needed this approval to enter and do the passport, beforehand. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to travel. And my father didn't give me his signature. He said that he wouldn't give me that, and he stick to that until the very end. And because of that, I was not able to get my passport. I couldn't travel with the team to go to play, which would be my first international LAN outside of Brazil, which was a dream of mine as well, to go to Canada. Since I was a kid, I would love to see snow, and for me, like, Canada was the main snow place in the world. So I just really wanted to go there, and unfortunately, I couldn't. And straight after that, I was very pissed. I moved on to Sao Paulo even before doing 18, and we just waited there until I was 18 so I could make my passport right after that, and to be ready for the other opportunities. But it was a very hard moment between me and my father.
Wow. Even your father seeing how big it was in Brazil, and you guys won and already gone to another tournament in Canada, didn't that kind of like persuade him? Like, okay, wait, this is serious. There's money involved in here.
Yeah, for my father, like the main thing was never I mean, as I said, it was never about the money. It was never about
Okay.
me quitting college or anything. It was fully about religion, the path that you're
Mm,
deciding to choose. You're getting away of the church. And I think like this path will lead you to the wrong way, which
yeah.
after years I proved to him that that could not be more untruly, because
Right.
I went back to church a few years later for myself, not for him, get
Mm-hmm.
closer to God, and were able to thank him today about this world title that I got, because I do believe that without him I wouldn't be able to make it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm religious as well. Yeah, I'm a believer, and I love Jesus with all my heart, and I believe in the Word of God. I believe that He has a path for everyone, and just as you obey His word and you love Him, He's gonna guide you. I think our parents sometimes could be a little bit old school, and that could have been that what your father may have seen some things. He has this mentality. Remember, he was raised by his father, and
Yeah.
has that probably that old school mindset. This is something that's going to distract you from God. This is something that's going to take you away from the Lord. Which, in the contrary, it didn't happen with you. Yes, you got upset, but then afterwards you came and seek for your own self because you love Jesus. Because of you.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's what kind of boiled down. And I'm sure now he probably sees things differently.
Yeah, right now he's very happy, he cheers, he's thankful as
Wow.
well for me to achieving my dreams. We had like this really big conversation where he apologized himself. He said about how it was wrong at the time and everything. And as I said, it hurt at the moment, but already went over that. And today I can say that I have the full support of my family. We were even watching this grand final over there, very happy. My mother crying that I was able to achieve my dream. It was very emotional moment.
Did they get to go?
No, no, they were watching back home.
Oh, they were watching back home.
Yeah,
Okay. Wow, that's got to be amazing. Seeing their son lifting up the trophy.
exactly.
Because I know how Brazilians are.
Very passionate, very
Oh
passionate.
my gosh, talk about passion. Oh, I mean, I'm from Puerto Rico and we have passion when it comes to certain sports and boxing and stuff like that. We get
Mhm.
passion. I mean, we celebrate the whole island. But Brazilians, oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
It's kind of a national. Once Brazil is playing in the World Cup, is like a national holiday. Like everyone stops everything
Yes.
that they are doing to watch. Once we are playing in the Olympics, everyone stops by to watch the Brazilian games. Even once you don't understand the sport or anything, they're cheering for the Brazilians. Because people here suffers a lot, honestly, and I think like the sport is something that is like kind of a redemption story for everyone. You can change your life through sport. You can become bigger through sport. You can give better conditions to your family through sports. And having more and more recognition is something that is always great for ourselves and for the Brazilian people that are fighters.
Yes, they are. I'm going to tell you who was I mean, till today, he's my inspiration when it comes to, competitiveness and sports. My inspiration was always Ayrton Senna.
Ayrton Senna is great. He's the
Oh my
goat.
God. Yeah. Let me tell you, I never knew about Ayrton Senna because I was never into formula racing or anything. But they came out with his documentary on Netflix. When I first saw it, I cried. I'm not Brazilian. And I cried. I was like, oh my God. This hits. It hit hard. It hurt. It
It
hurt me really, really bad, because, he passed away. So for me, that was like, I just cannot believe it. In Puerto Rico, we went through the same thing. we had a baseball player named Roberto Clementes. He played for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He was out flying, donating food, giving food to the poor, and the plane crashed. And I'm saying, why the good die? You know, Ayrton Senna, he helped out the community. He did things for kids, and he was such a good guy. And then to race, and then his vehicle malfunction or whatever, and it was like, why? And since then on, I became an Ayrton Senna fan till today. I mean, I will always love the guy. I just, you know,
Yes.
the day I go to heaven, I want to meet him.
For
Phenomenal. I
sure.
mean, he's the GOAT. He's an inspiration to me, like you don't
Yes,
imagine.
it's every single Brazilian here knows him, knows Pele's story and Ronaldo phenomenon as well, because they are very important figures for the national sports and for the national culture, pretty much. For Ayrton, I think like even in the documentary, you can hear out he's saying about that day, what are his final thoughts, what he was speaking and everything, and what went through me is that he was ready, you know, that it was his time, and he achieved everything that he had to achieve over here, you know. So basically, that's why I believe sometimes these good people go, you know, they already achieved everything that they need to. For sure, they are helping people still here, but their part was done already. They need to give space to other people to live their stories as well.
Yeah. Who was your inspiration while you're growing up?
For me, it was pretty much. As I said, once I was into that childhood to teenager ages, I was always more into movies. I was like a guy that just loved to watch everything. Very nerd. Loved like science fiction, animes, all that stuff. So I didn't get much involved into that. But as a child, I always heard Ayrton Senna and phenomenal stories because they won the World Cup once I was 2 years old. So this was the last lineup of Brazil to ever win a World Cup. So they got marketed very especially. They even have a documentary right now that's called 2002 World Cup. I recommend you to watch it if you want, because it's a Brazilian documentary made with all the old former players speaking about the experience at the time, speaking about what they did and how it was, and it gets very emotional as well once you see a lot of different peoples from different places getting united by one objective, you know, and making it work. For me, this is my inspiration since I started watching the esports games. For me, I can tell that LG Teen SK from CSGO was my first esports inspiration, and they drove me to where I am right now over here, you know. But apart from then, I would say Ayrton Senna and Ronaldo.
And Ronaldo, my favorite, and I think he's the GOAT. I mean, I got in a dispute with some Brazilians on Twitter. I said, listen, for me, the best soccer player of all time. I mean, I think he's better than Messi, better than Cristiano Ronaldo. All these people, for me, is Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho.
Oh my God.
Ronaldinho Gaúcho.
Oh my God.
He's from
Okay.
here, from where I'm living right now.
Yeah. Oh, listen. If let me tell you something that really like impacted me. I forgot which team he was playing against. He wasn't playing in Brazil. He was playing at their stadium, at that team's country. And he did some type of trick that there was 3 against him. And they couldn't. 3 people. He went through them and he scored. The fans got up and gave a standing ovation to Ronaldinho. And they're not Brazilians. They were like, you're just incredible. You're just way too good. And they were applauding.
It's the wizard. They call him the wizard here in Brazil.
Yes, because you know what it is? The other team, the fans of the other team stand up to give you praise for what you just did.
It's just how good you are, you know?
Oh my God. He taught Messi. He taught Messi a lot of stuff. And still Messi cannot, do it like the way he does. For me, oh my God, he's
Here in Brazil, you used to have, once I was growing up as well, Guga. I don't know if you know him from tennis. He is known as well for being like a Brazilian legend. And I remember hearing a lot from him. Today he is retired already. He's 48, but he used to be one of the Brazilian goats as well on tennis.
mm,
Gustavo Kuerten Guga.
Guga. Okay, I'm gonna look him up afterwards because I like tennis. I like tennis a lot. Now I'm getting into pickleball, so that's kind of
That's
like
nice.
tennis. It's
Yeah.
fun. You know, that's one thing I admire about Brazil. They have these phenomenal athletes, and then you got, soccer, football, what you call it down there, the racing, etc. And then on esports, on Rainbow Six, you got W7M that when they won the invitational against FaZe, which was another Brazilian team. I
Mhm.
remember that invitational. That was wild.
Crazy. You get
That
to
was
like two Brazilian teams in the grand final into a Brazil stage. It was like a dream. I was not even into cheering for W7M back there because I have many friends in FaZe. But I was that guy that stand up and did an ovation for Ronaldinho, because
yeah.
it was impressive what they did into that last map.
I know that was. I mean, oh my gosh, how do we? I saw a video of this old guy. He took off his shirt and started swinging it.
Yeah,
I said, "Who
Brazilian
is
fans
he?"
are crazy,
He's like,
bro.
"Yeah, Brazil, Brazil."
Brazilian fans
Oh,
are crazy.
I mean, oh, the fans are wild, man. Yeah, it's awesome because that competitiveness that's in you, it runs in your blood. It runs in your culture. And
It does.
then having that in your background, having that within you, and you see all these athletes like Pele, you got Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, all these people, Ayrton Senna, that passion is in you. And then in esports as well, then you come into the World Cup scene, and then you just wow,
It is. Once you
it's a story.
once you get to the World Cup, you get like all that thoughts, like that's my chance. I couldn't play soccer, couldn't run into F1, but this is my area, This is where I can make Brazil proud. This is where I can put my name into history as well, because I believe each person has their path. And for me, this was always a dream for me, put my name in the history somehow. I was very young once I started coaching, so I used to think that I would be something like that, like the youngest coach to ever in an international championship or something. But again, God showed to me that is not the way that I'm thinking or I would like, but is the way that He would like. So I ended up not being the youngest coach to ever win a tournament, but I was the first Brazilian coach to win the ESports World Cup. So
Wow. That's wild, man. That is wild. Then the World Cup. Do you see the World Cup bigger than the Invitational, or do you see Invitational bigger than the World Cup? I know I have this debate with a lot of people.
I mean,
How do you?
honestly.
Yeah.
For me, the Six Invitation is still bigger because of the prestige, because of the prize money, because of how people take it and how the competition is handled. But
Mhm.
for me, the Esports World Cup is just behind that and not for long. I think like at some point it will surpass that because the way that the organization take the tournament, the games there, the way that they handle stuff, the professionalism, the everything that they do over there, they want to make up a show and they want to people to see how much they care about the sports.
Mhm.
So for now, Siege is still bigger, but that wouldn't impress me if in next year or the years after that, EWC turns bigger than the Six Invitational.
I think it would too. I think it would too. I think was last year I saw Cristiano Ronaldo just sitting down watching. He was out there just watching the games and everything, and I was like, "Whoa, you got some big people out here watching this."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Okay, there's something special when they made the trophy look like, the World Cup for soccer, and it looks a lot the same in ways, but it's
Hmm.
beautiful. And then to win, and you imagine the World Cup is like all these pros from different games are out there competing to win this.
That's what is crazy for me. Like, it's pretty much the same as the Olympics. I used to watch a lot of documentaries about the Dream Team of the U.S.
Hmm.
About once back there with Michael Jordan, later with Kobe, and now with
Yes.
Curry and LeBron. And one thing that they always said about that, it was like the Olympics are the pinnacle of all the sports. So there you find the best of soccer, you find the best of basketball, you find the best of tennis, and all they're reunited into the same place. So for me, the Esports World Cup took more of this Olympics feeling than the World Cup feeling, because you get there the best players of CSGO, the best players of Dota, the best players of Siege, all they're reunited into one place, and for you to meet each other there, which is very special. You don't get that with other tournaments like Six Invitational Majors and everything.
See, that's my point. That is my point. I totally agree 100% with you. That's how I feel. I feel that you're getting the Olympic vibe in this. And yes, I know
Exactly.
people like, oh, the Invitational is bigger. You got to lift up the hammer. For me, I don't know. I don't, okay, fine. You see it that way. I'd rather hold the World Cup trophy. That's me. That's my personal view and my opinion. To be really honest, if I was a pro and I didn't win the invitational, I will be okay. I didn't win it. I'll just win another major. But to win the World Cup, for me, I just see that the pinnacle. I see that tops.
Definitely
And I know I'm
bigger.
gonna get a lot of hate, and people are gonna, oh no, dude, you got it so totally wrong. Okay, fine. Fine.
Definitely.
Believe that. That's your opinion. But you know what? I could say I'm among the best in the world that I get to hold up a World Cup.
True.
Like, the dream team, they won the gold. I don't know. I don't know. For me, that's me.
They got to, I mean, for sure, right now for me, the Esports World Cup is already bigger than the majors. And what I will see that they might be doing for the upcoming years, and you can quote me on that, is that they kind of swallow the Six Invitational into that. So
Mhm.
they increase the prize money, they get the trophy to be the hammer as well, and they kind of overtake the Six Invitational to happen there in the Esports World Cup, and they just replace the Invitational by another major. That's why I see that might be happening into the future, depending on how things does. Just like FIFA Pro Clubs or I think PUBG as well is something that just do their World Championship over there in Riyadh already, in
I
the esports
agree. I
cup.
think they should do that. Now, my thing is, I also believe that the team that came in second, which is G2 in your scenario, um, they should get like a silver medal. They should get something, because they busted their
I
butts.
agree.
They're really a really good team. I'm friends with Doki. He's always been my favorite G2 player. Um, and I love Pango. And Pango, if you're listening to, I love you too. I know we're friends as well, but I mean, I'm talking about the current G2, current
Mhm.
G2 right now. Doki has always been, the guy I looked up to, and I see his style. I love his style. He has a really unique, and he's really dangerous.
Yes.
He's really, really good. And I'm like, and I had to write to him and on X, Twitter, and I said, listen, second place ain't bad. Trust me, the guys on third
It's not
place,
bad.
they want your place. The ones
Exactly.
that came in fourth, they wish they got second.
Exactly.
To make second place is still freaking good.
It is. I always
It's
say
just,
that.
but I wish they would have gave like, okay, listen, you're getting silver. Here, you stand here. We're gonna put this, around you. You got silver medals. Congratulations. Give them something. They don't get nothing. That's the thing. They get money as well because I think there's a first place, second place, and third. I think there's a prize.
Yeah, there
Uh,
is.
so okay, so they get money, but I wish they would give them like a silver medal because they worked really hard. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
What
I
do you
do.
think about that?
100%. I 100% agree. 100%. I think like even like the third place, it's just like the Olympics, you know. You
Yeah.
you fought for that, you deserve, you were better than all the other tournaments and all the other teams in the tournament that were not the first or second. So I think like if you want to really make it big and make people uh praise it more, I think you should be praising as well the competition, because this for me is about you praising the competition itself, you know, not only about that one team that won. And having like the silver medal, even the bronze medal, it's something that would be very nice for to get the players put in more respect and put in more prestige into that as well. Because knowing some other players, for example, as far as I know, and some people just simply say, for example, that Reload event that happened in Rio was not even a real event. Why? Because Ubisoft always took it like the first place only in consideration, and just like that, you know. I don't think
Mhm.
like they also do the consideration of this, the grand finalists, just like FaZe Clan once they lost to W7M. They did like a really good campaign. They went to their upper bracket without losing for the other teams. They were about to win the Six Invitational, and they performed like the throw into that situation. But that doesn't mean that they were a bad team or whatever. You know, they were right there, one round away of being champion, and they got nothing but the money for that. I think like into the socials is something that would be done very well as well, especially in the esports World Cup.
Yes, I agree. I agree. I believe I think all these players they should get something, and I personally believe that would be more an inspiration that will help other players to even get better. They're like, man, I got silver, and you don't crush yourself. You don't feel that bad about it, and um, it would actually make you put more effort into getting the gold to reach gold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So, it kind of helps you out. It mentally, it won't bum you out. If you got something, it'll actually give you more inspiration. You're like, okay, look, you see that medal right there? Yeah, I got silver. I made second place. You see the bronze? And yeah, I came bronze, third place
exactly,
on this one. But, this year I made gold. So it kind of helps you out, makes
exactly.
you it's more of an inspiration, and people lift up those silvers with pride, even the bronze. Even in the Olympics, when Puerto Rico gets bronze, we're freaking celebrating like if it's gold.
It's top three in the world, you know, like
Yeah, it's like, wow, we made bronze, we were top three, forget it, heck yeah, we're top three, we're up there in the stage.
it's not a bad thing. I think it's just about the competition itself.
Yeah.
Some people just love to make like that the villain aura, as they say. Oh
Mm-hmm.
no, for me, it's just the gold matters or whatever. But in the end of the day, it's your work over there as well, you know, and you're making people proud as well of being top three or top two in the world. What people were saying at the moment that we qualified is that that's EU versus EU grand final after 5 years break. So people were not celebrating who would win. They were celebrating the final itself, the second place as well. And it made it very special for the whole region, you know. I'm not from EU, but I could feel that for the fans that were waiting for that moment after seeing so much years of dominance from Brazil, that okay, we have a full EU grand final after so many years, and we are so happy about that, you know. So it's the
Yeah.
special.
Now tell me, we're gonna talk about our good friend Jume.
Let's go. Love to talk about that guy.
Oh man, I love you, Jume. I love you, man. Uh Jume, such a good player, man.
It
So,
is very
how is
special.
it to coach Jume?
Coaching Jume is challenging some days. No, I mean, Jume is one of the best persons that I ever met. Such a good guy, such a chill person to be talking with, and such a gifted player to play this game. I mean, for him, everything just looks very easy, you know? He can play in every role that you put in. He can do kind of everything that you ask him to, and everything looks so easy for him. And for sure, this is some rewardings on the work that he already put in and how much he already dedicated himself to the game. But coaching him, it's something that got to me in the beginning of, in the ending of, actually of 2023, once we were building up the roster for 2024, and we got the opportunity to get him, and we didn't even trial him. You know, it's June. We want you if you want to join. That's it. You're in. We build up the rest of the team after. You know, after that, and he decided to come with us. And at the first moment that he joined, it was like he already made six invitations before with Heroic. He already made majors. So I made the promise with him that we would still be champions together and he would still be the MVP for that. So first promise is paid right now. He world champion, but next promise is about him to be in the MVP. So let's see what the weight was in his home major.
Wow. You know, when Jume streams, when somebody follows, I think his channel, there's a little audio clip of Doki screaming at him, Jume, why do you pick up Jume, or why did you push up, something like that. And you know, he gave the story here on the pod, you know, last year when he was on, and we were just laughing about it because Doki got frustrated with him.
Yeah, he
It's
got.
like, why do you push that? Why do you did this? You know, and and now to see in the World Cup them both facing each other, that gotta be like, okay, that's wild.
The thing with Jume and for all those players that they love to say that he's cheating. For example, in G2 we have this
Oh,
joke every time that we are screaming at each other. They say, "Bro, you gotta be cheating. Like, look at the play that you're doing right now. Like, you're not serious. You're cheating." And then we laugh a lot on to seeing people like praising. For me, this is a praise of his talent. You know, if I'm not cheating and someone calls me that I'm cheating, I take it as a compliment. You know, okay, thank you. Like,
thank you. Yeah, I'm
and
that good. They
and
usually
that is what
don't.
usually does. You know.
Yeah, all those players are the best. I remember when people accused Bolo of cheating or Tycho cheating. So many of the greats, you know, they just accused them because they're so good. And then Jume as well. You know, I mean, a lot of folks don't understand that these young men, it's gonna take a lot for them to cheat, and they don't want to because this is their paycheck.
Exactly.
Or this is their money. This is their job. And for them to cheat, they're gonna more likely get banned for life, perma banned, uh, and it's gonna ruin their reputation. It's gonna ruin their name. It's gonna ruin their legacy. And I highly doubt, you know, some of these great players are gonna try to pull that type of stunt.
It just happened to multiple players, Shaiko, Paulo, or whatever, very gifted players that are called cheaters. But well, I mean, the thing is, if you already proved yourself, you already went to LAN and stuff like this, and you already achieved stuff such as these players already did, you
Yeah.
don't risk it. You know, you don't risk it.
Yeah, you can't cheat in LAN. That's one thing, you know. And if you're doing so phenomenal in LAN, that means okay, wait 1 second. You know, you're not.
Exactly.
There's no, you know. Oh my goodness. How was it for you, the experience that, you know, on the other side, you got this young guy named Stompin', which comes from Jinxie Crew.
Man.
Do you felt like the crowd was a little bit more in favor because of him, or you felt the crowd was balanced, more on your side, or was just equal on both sides? Or you felt, you know, like, okay, wait, got this guy Stompin'. He's actually pretty good.
Majority of the crowd was in favor of Stomp and of G2 mainly. Either because it's G2, they have more prestige as an org, you know, the players are more known as our players.
Mm-hmm.
But also Stomp and give like a really big hype for them. Jinxie streaming the games and cheering for him. It's something that really helped them with that. But
Correct.
thankfully, it wasn't a problem for our players, even having the crowd against us. You saw Mowgli shouting back. You saw Noah making like this with the hand and stuff. Like they were not even caring. They were enjoying the moment, which was very good for us. And in the end of the day, everyone was applauding and recognizing. So it is very special and part of the competition, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's what it is. It's all about. It's about the competition. I know that the good part, the good side of it is that you got a lot of the jinxie people that were watching it on stream and their devices. They got to know who Team Secret's all about,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of times you would mention, like Jume for an example. I say, Jume, who's Jume? But I know Jinxie. I'm like, oh, here we go. And
Yeah,
I
so
know
same old story.
Stompin', I know Mingo. These people that they play in together. I call it the Jinxie crew. And I said, but you don't know who is Jume? And they're like, no. I said, you know who Shaiko is? Who's Shaiko? I'm like, okay, wait.
Same old story.
I'm like, okay, Pengu? All these. They're like, no, who are they? I don't care. Stompin' is better than all of them. I was like, okay, now I'm talking to somebody that doesn't know absolutely nothing about Rainbow Six Siege.
Pretty much. Like even the Stompin' fans were after the grand final were just throwing a lot of hate speech into Alemão and some of the other players, which I think it's not fair. The tournament they made, as you were saying before, they were the top second team in the world, and this is not like a bad thing. This is for sure they were having high expectations or whatever, but I think like they got more frustrated because of the Cinderella story were not able to be accomplished. First season of Stomp and he gets to his first international land and he wins it. So it felt to me like someone just being childish because he didn't get what he wanted. And I'm not talking about Stompin' itself, because that boy is special. He's very polite. He's very respectful. Well deserving as well. As far as I could know him, he's such a nice guy. And unfortunately, that the fans that are following him right now just express that way, because it doesn't represent the way that he expressed himself once he's in competition.
That's so true, because I know a lot of these fans, online fans especially, they're young, they don't understand, and they could be very toxic and just talk out of hatred and say things that they shouldn't. And it's not good. It's not really good. It's just like, you don't need to be so toxic and be hateful. You got to tip your hat off to the winning team. They won fair and square. Just because your favorite player didn't win doesn't mean he's a bad player. And coming in second is not bad at all. But to go ahead and start, trash talking the winning team, it's uncalled for.
Yeah.
It really is. It's uncalled for. You don't have to do that. I mean, just give props to the team that, that won. That's it. So, I mean, it leaves a bad taste, certain things. But at the end of the day, it's sports. Sports is about winning and losing and getting yourself back up if you lose, and go ahead and go for that Cinderella story. Go ahead and win a championship. And a lot of times I notice that fans, even if their team wins, they'll still trash talk the team that came in second. So I'm like, either you win or lose, no matter what, you're going to have toxic people out there.
Exactly.
I'm like, well, screw you. Just as long the players are professional to each other, they respect each other, shake hands, walk it off, and that's it. And I like the fact that a lot of times that even though they came in second, or, these teams, you'll see them exchanging their jerseys. I love that. It's really nice, and we need to see more of that so that people could stop being so harsh and start turning this into like a boxing match, because it's not.
Yeah,
These are
exactly.
professional players. They got a career to pursue. So
I agree.
wow. So after coming back home and winning, do you receive a phone call from the CEO?
I want to take a quick moment and talk to you about Aspire Energy Drink. Aspire is a healthy energy drink crafted using caffeine from premium green tea with zero sugar or calories. Aspire is refreshingly unextreme energy with only half the caffeine of traditional energy drinks, just enough energy to give you a pick me up, but never enough to give you crashes, jitters, anxiety, or insomnia. Aspire is one of the most relatable, down to earth energy drink option out there. Visit aspiredrinks.com and use promo code RASCALS to get 20% off your purchase. I do earn a commission when you use the promo code RASCALS, in which helps keep the podcast running. Again, go to aspiredrinks.com and use the promo code RASCALS for 20% off.
I got a message from the CEO, but we got a lot of appointments after the win. There are interviews, media content, and stuff that I still actually didn't have the time to speak with him. Unfortunately, the other manager, that the one that I have more contact with, he is not available right now due to personal reasons, health
Mm-hmm.
issues. So
Okay.
I'm just waiting for the right moment so we can talk about that and talk how we got to this title that was not only important for us, but it was very important to the org as well. That put them into the run for the competition of the tournament itself, the organization competition of EWC.
Okay. Good. So I bet now things are more serious now. It's like, okay, the
Exactly.
CEO got involved, congratulated you. He was aware. It's like, okay, we're gonna stay focused, stay in this mentality, winning team, and let's just keep on pursuing to win and keep on winning. I
Exactly.
believe, in my opinion, I mean, if you make top 3 in any event, you're phenomenal. You're good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I told some people that were telling me about Paulo. I said, Paulo, usually he's always on the top 3. He always make it, probably never won first place, winning a major, but coming in second place is still freaking good.
Exactly.
I mean,
I
why
agree.
would an organization get rid of a player that always makes it, second, third, second, third? You don't.
Uh-huh.
You keep them because one of these days they're going to win first.
Exactly. I mean, to win, you need to be there, right?
You got to be there. You got to pass go through the playoffs and then win it, and go right to the championship. I mean, that's me. That's my opinion. But a team that goes second, third, and first is always up there in the top 3. You're phenomenal. Keep it
I
up.
agree.
Keep it up. So now I know all you guys are super happy. You guys getting this together, celebrating, and I know. Let's see what's gonna happen for the future, man.
Yeah,
Let's see.
sure.
So
Sure
now,
thing.
are you guys on a break right now? Or what is it after this World Cup? I don't think there's anything up, or what's going to be the next major?
No, next major start around. Actually, there's the EML and other regional leagues before to have like the qualifiers for the majors and everything, where we will start to be playing in the beginning of September. So right ahead, we play for it, and then there's the Munich in major in Germany for the start of November.
Okay, so now you guys are going to just be concentrating and focusing on that one, I
Yeah,
assume,
exactly.
right?
How about the contender mentality once again? We need to get there again first.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's time to take a break, relax, have some fun, be with the family, and enjoy stuff. Hobbies. Do you have any hobbies? Do you do anything other?
Video games. Well,
Really?
once I'm not working with video games, I'm playing video games to have fun. I love to play single player games, The Witcher, The Last of Us, Skyrim. I'm very big
Yeah.
video games fan. So whenever, if either I'm with my family or I'm by myself with my friends playing video games as well. So this is pretty much my life.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. I'm still waiting for somebody that says, "Oh, I like fishing." Okay, good. This
Sure.
is hard, Okay, you don't fish, you don't do nothing. They're like, "Nah, just play video games." I was like, "Oh God."
It is. I like to pick up my controller, go into my TV in
Yeah.
the living room, and just sit there, relax, and shoot some people shoot some zombies in the Last of Us, for example.
Yeah. I mean, do you play console as well, I assume, right? You say controller? Or you play on
I
PC or
No,
console?
I have something that is my Steam Link. So basically, I play my PC games out in my TV as well. As
Hmm.
I say, I'm really a pro gamer, but not because I'm a professional of it, but because I have
Yeah.
all the equipment for that. I play
Yeah.
here some games in my PC. I go to my TV and play other games that I rather to play there in my scene as well. And once I'm traveling, I have a Steam Deck as well, so I can play in the plane. So I have three different styles of games that I have these special moments to play.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Well, my son is begging me to get him the Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah.
He hasn't one, but the 2, it's really nice. I saw it. I was
I'm
like,
about to
okay.
buy it. It looks very,
I'm like,
very
this
amazing.
is neat. Because there's sometimes, let me tell you, I play PC, but I'm very weird. But I play PC and I play Rainbow the majority with a controller.
Oh,
I play with a controller.
so you're
I,
special. I cannot play with controller. I tried already and I'm horrible at it.
yeah,
Horrible.
I tried to play mouse and keyboard, and it's so, I don't know. It's probably because of my age, man. Because honestly, I just can't like get it. It's so many years playing on console, and then when I came to PC, I just plugged it in, and it's just like, oh, it feels so good now. So I have to change the way I play. I do a lot of support when it comes to Rainbow, a lot of intel, tell everybody, okay, here,
Mm. Yeah.
give them all the information. I do a lot of repelling while people go in and attack, and I repel and stuff like that. I do clutch a lot of matches. It's the experience, but I'm
Mhm.
basically a plat player with a 1.1, 1.2 KD and hit plat. I don't go any higher. I don't try to go for the champion and stuff, because once you go up that level, you'll get destroyed, because these guys on the mouse and keyboard, they're just way too fast. They will flick on you and boom,
Yeah.
you're dead. So then I have to really bait the people outside, to
It's
order to do
whatever
something.
it works.
Yeah, whatever works. I mean, I just have to have fun. Now, that being said, sometimes I got to get away from multiplayer games and just play something solo. Then I see my son playing Mario, or it's playing Donkey Kong, and not for
Mhm.
nothing, it's so fun. It gets my mind off of the competitiveness and that stress.
Yeah.
So I'm having that fun. So it's like you're mentioning Skyrim, just going through this adventure and just go out there and just explore the world. You don't have nobody screaming,
Mm.
"Hey, go up, go here, go there."
Exactly.
Oh,
It's
you
just you
suck,
there.
man. None of that stuff. Just explore, have fun. Just have fun, enjoy the game. And I understand your point.
I'm a
I
big
really
fan of
do.
that.
Wow, yeah, you gotta give Nintendo a try. Trust me. It's a whole level experience. This is why they're always been number one.
As you can see here in my
Oh,
screen,
yes, you got Zelda there in the
I'm a
background.
really I'm a really big Zelda fan. I've been through finishing almost all the Zelda games already. That's where some of my passion started there in the Super Nintendo.
Mhm.
So like for me, this game is very special. That's where all my passion for RPG and for video games it started as well with that. I have the mangas, I have the games on physical games. I
Mhm.
have then installed into my Steam Deck as well once I want to play. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Nintendo as well, mainly for this guy over here, because of this
Oh,
guy.
guys, he is showing me two posters. He got pictures in the back of Zelda. Oh gosh. Zelda. I love Zelda. It's fun.
And this is
My
special.
son loves it, and he just plays it and he understands it. I'm like, "Where are you at?" "Oh, I gotta go here and I gotta go jump here and go underneath here." And I'm like, my God, if I was to able to play this game, it would take me like a year to beat Zelda. And my son just goes ahead and does it like in months. And like already done. He's like, okay, I need to find this. And I said, what are you trying to? Oh, I'm trying to get this, and I need this sword, and I need to do this to get this sword. And I was like, oh gosh,
It is very special.
it is. I mean, it's so good. I think it's therapy. Yeah, it's good therapy for the mind, for those hardcore competitive gamers. Just get something that gets you out of this world, so you
Hmm.
don't have that stress of playing first person shooters
Hmm.
all the time. This game like Zelda is phenomenal, but I highly recommend to get that Nintendo Switch too, because my stepson got it, and we were looking at it, and I'm seeing the graphics is amazing quality. It doesn't lag on you, and the good thing is it's portable. You could take it with you everywhere you go and get your mind off of things. And I noticed that if I'm trying to go into the rank match and I'm stressed out and I'm not doing good, I take a break from the game and just do some basic gaming, play something else totally different that has nothing to do with shooting or any type of multiplayer. Just go for some adventure games or racing games or something, get your mind off. And then I
Hmm.
come back and I'm more refreshed and I play good.
Yeah, I
Cause
understand that.
yeah, man. Oh, brother. Well, let me tell you, man, it was really fun talking with you, and I just want to thank you so much for the opportunity uh for you coming on. It's a true honor. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, listen, I give everybody a minute or two to whatever, so you could give out the socials of your organization, your channel, all your social. Go ahead. The stage is yours, man.
Okay, if you wanna follow me up a little bit more, mainly all my socials are either Twister FPS or you just add the number one on the end of it, so Twister FPS one. And you can find me on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anywhere that you would like to follow me, you can find usually in that tags. I'm about to launch actually a book talking a little bit of my story and about competitive scenes into esports. It doesn't have a name still because it's still in final stage of production, but it's something supposedly to go around like making the sport a game. Like a gaming the sport or something like this. So the idea is to get people to know a little bit better how to approach that scene, which lessons I learned that I would like someone else to have told me once I was starting as well, and getting people more close to this. That for me, it already is the sport of the future. In a few years, you have people fully into stadiums to see like a grand final of a League of Legends. They already have this, but way more than other sports. The more and more it goes and follows.
Yeah, wow. I wanna with that book, you're just are you almost done with it or is it done?
Yeah, it's almost done. It's just like in the final production formatting, and
Okay.
placing pictures that there will be images and everything. And but it's done until now in Portuguese only. So I need to hire a translator to just do the fully translation to the English because I'm planning to launch an ebook of it outside of Brazil as well in the English version.
Yes, I was gonna ask you if it's gonna be in English. And if you could have it in audio book, that would be phenomenal because I like to listen while I'm driving or working. I could just put on an earbud and just
Sure.
listen to it. Because having the audio version would be phenomenal.
Everyone says about that today it's very good to launch the audio version as well
Yeah,
of the
audio
books.
version. And if you have it on Amazon, which is going to be probably where you make the most sales will be through Amazon. I mean, you should have an editor and all this stuff. They should provide it,
Yeah, yeah.
let you know all the information, how to get to it. Well, folks, you heard it from the man himself. It's coming out with a book, and I highly recommend everybody to get it. He's a really nice guy. He's a really nice guy. And please follow him on the socials, especially on X X is Twitter. Is Twister FPS. Twister FPS. And you will see him in celebration with the team. Guys, please give him a follow. He's a phenomenal guy. And, just stay tuned to what when this book comes out. Well, Marlon, thank you so much, man. It was an honor, pleasure, and I'll make sure to bring you back on later on in the future. This was really great. Viva Brasil!
Viva Brasil.
Viva Brasil! Okay, folks, till next time, peace!
Thank you for listening to this episode on the Rascals Lounge Podcast, and please don't forget to follow us on X and on your favorite podcast platform.